All right, we got a new box, which means another truck in the mail from FMS. Let's go ahead and cut it open. It's a power wagon. I should have spun that the other way to keep the suspense alive. So let's get it out of the box. It's such a great artwork. The instructions, who needs those, right? So let's see here. Which color do we got? I think I flashed it. So this is the fcx24 power wagon. Some people were calling it the Butcher when it first got released. We got a nice, bright, pretty, shiny maroon. All that comes in the box. You get your truck, you get your roll bar, your fuel tank, your spare, charging cable, some power wagon stickers, a tire key or a wheel nut key, a wrench, and then we get our remote, and then we get our stamp of approval from this individual. It says it passed QC, which is always great. Let's get this without yanking off the windshield wipers. Oof, nice. Boom. fcx24. All right. So we all know I have a bunch of these. So let's unplug the light real quick so we can stare at the body. The cool thing about the Power Wagon is I know a lot of people have already mentioned it, but it doesn't matter which one of the colors that you got. If you got red, blue, or yellow, it doesn't matter what color you got. These two are actually printed or molded out of a red plastic. You can sort of see it on the blue right here. So that means with these two, a little bit of sandpaper, you can already sort of see it, a little bit of sandpaper, just hitting it, scuffing it, and you'll get a patina look on these two with ease. You can even do it with this one. You can scuff it, and the red, the metallic, kind of that metallic shine will go away, and you'll get left with a bare red semi-rust color underneath, and give it a cool weathered look. And then here we go with our fcx24. This is a version 2, which is cool because the version 1s, they did not have this big rubber band strap. They just had a real flimsy rubber band that liked to fly off, which is pretty cool. And I like on these, the on-off switch is right here. On the version 1s, it was kind of glued to the side, and you'd have to stick your finger in there weird, and it would just pop, and you hit to glue it back in place. You probably swearing a bunch trying to figure that out. But the reason I got this on the table is if you're in the Houston area, me and a couple buddies, we have put together Htx Mini comps. I'll put the link in it below. But we're trying to get a bunch of guys together that enjoy comping with the mini trucks. By mini, I say 124, 118, not the Capra, not the mini Capra. Those are too big for what we're doing. We're doing it pretty regularly at Ultimate Indoor in Kima, because we're in the full swing of summer right now, and it is hot outside. So we are playing in the AC while it's hot, because 100 plus degrees outside waiting for somebody to run their course. I'm gonna pass on that one. I'd rather sit in the AC and suffer the boredom than the heat. But with all that being said, I'll put the link in it. If you're in the Houston area and you're not a part of our group or any of the other crawler groups from the Houston area, join it. We try to keep it mellow, nice, friendly, not too competitive, but you know, we are competing, so we try to keep it lighthearted as much as we can. I am going to use this as my comp rig. So just right now, just taking it out of the box, giving it a once over and letting you see it. If you have any ideas for what I should do, I will be trying to run a Power Wagon body on it the whole time. I might cut the fenders, might cut the running board off. Don't know yet. Maybe take the windows out to save weight. Who knows? But I'm gonna try to definitely be utilizing one of the Power Wagon bodies. I would like to use the plastic chassis. I would like to use as much of this stock platform as possible. Definitely going to be changing the wheels and tires. That's a given. You always do that. I will be putting the O-ring kit that comes in here, wherever it is. Yeah, right here. We've got the O-ring kit right here. I will be putting oil in these shocks. A lot of people say they don't work, but I've noticed that they're worth it. So I got this. I'm going to be putting brass wheels and tires. Probably going to extend the rear a little bit. I might even, let's see if I can. I'm going to have to notch. I'll flip it over so you can see what I'm seeing. I'll have to notch this bumper bracket, or try to find a servo horn without the servo saver. Probably what I'll do. I might have one somewhere, but I would like to run this McHugh RC 3D printed bumper to protect my headlights, because you never know, we could decide we want to have a night crawl competition, so gotta have headlights. But yeah, definitely going to try to kick the rear out, maybe put it about here, just to give us a little bit more wheelbase, but going to angle the shocks a little bit. I'll do that in the next video, and I'll kind of show you. This is going to be cheap mods to be competitive with. I might find a set of heavy tires, or wheels, I'm sorry. Heavy wheels, some good tires, and we'll drop it. We'll angle the shocks down, try to get some flex, and if we get too much flex, we'll do the old rubber band trick to suck it down and still get us articulation. But yeah, that's kind of the route we're going. Nice, easy, cheap, and competitive. I will more than likely not go brushless with this. I'll just keep the same electronics. If a servo burns out, we'll replace with the exact same servo. We're gonna stay as much FMS as possible to prove they're actually a pretty decent truck, even though they look cheap with the plastic chassis. They are super competitive. I want to try to beat all the dudes with Traxxas. I want to try to beat the FureTech guys too with the stock-ish FMS truck. I want to beat the guys that are using the 3D printed chassis with the super angled skid and all that jazz. I want to give them a run for their money with the stock truck.